Together better. It's the energy we bring to every home, every commercial property, every investment, every development, and every farm. Because when the energy is right, you can feel it. Baileys, altogether better.
Are just, they just don't have that sort of cash flow at the moment to really make their home perfect.
When we start Who'd like to get the bidding up? $4,400,000 right here in the room. $4,900,000. 4,950,000. 4,950 is the bid at $4,000,000. I'm selling.
Auctions live bid.
5.7 to 5. 705. You're in the room. 5,705,000. 5,850,000. This zone too. I'm not even going to look at you again. 5,850,000.
Auctions live bid.
5,650,000.
Auctions live bid.
5,000 again back here in the room. 5,655 it is. 5.6.
Auctions live bid.
5,850. First, second, third and final. Quick finish. Done.
What makes Bailey's altogether better? It's the energy we bring to every home, every commercial property, every investment, every development, and every farm. Because when the energy is right, you can feel it. Bailey's, altogether better.
Just, they just don't have that sort of cash flow at the moment to really make their home perfect.
For more auction solutions or book a demo, visit auctionslive.com.
We're introduced to property credit, and then once they sort of dropped everything on the table, it was like, oh my God, we've been looking for a product like this. We'd been using another one, but it was very, very long-winded, the way the forms that had to be filled out, the compliance. Their marketing, our outstanding marketing was just getting to a level where it was becoming an issue, and so it was a lovely vehicle for us to turn that around, and we managed to in a reasonably short time. We're in the real estate business, we're not in the finance business. You guys are the finance business, so you take care of that, and it works beautiful. Thank you. All I can say is that across the business, since we've introduced it, it has made life a lot easier. What we're finding with property credit, we can get the gardens done, we can get the paint done, we can launch a good, strong marketing campaign, and it's making the difference.
But we make sure that all the transactions go through Property Credit. It takes me out of the equation and it goes through and just makes the whole transaction seamless, which is really good. My assistant, she just loves the process. She sends it out and she finds the responsiveness on the Property Credit side phenomenal. Like, there's great communication. It's just a very easy, seamless process, which is great. The portal is extremely easy to use, and the way they go through it, look after and personalise our client service, which is really important to us, and giving 6-star service. You've got to remember that most people have most of their equity tied up in their biggest asset. They don't have a lot of liquid funds. So the ability to go through, pay for the marketing and do the marketing they want, and any other slight renovations that they want to do, is a huge thing. So taking that pressure away from people, making sure the property is presented as best we possibly can, and going through and giving 6-star service is what we really want to do, and that's why we love working with Property Credit, and we've found our clients have been very, very positive towards the whole experience.
makes Bailey's altogether better? It's the energy we bring to every home, every commercial property, every investment, every development, and every farm. Because when the energy is right, you can feel it. Bailey's, altogether better.
They just don't have that sort of cash flow at the moment to really make their home perfect.
Solutions or book a demo, visit auctionslive.com.
So this group of 8 will have the top 2 qualifiers going through to Tuesday's final, and the top 3 from the 12 tomorrow morning, making a 5-person final on Tuesday afternoon. So pretty keenly contested, this group. There's some magnificent orators in this bunch, and I can tell you now that there's a bit of tension in that far room with a reserve of 1,350,000. Are my judges all okay? Yep. Yes. All good here. Welcome to Clarence White, who's engaged once again. Our first contestant. Engaged with us. Words with multiple meanings, that's what Auctioneering's all about. First up, we have another Australian visitor. Really looking forward to seeing this bloke go. He's a shining light around the traps at the moment, and he's an absolutely a magnet for these events. So let's give him a great Kiwi round of applause. It's Kobe Ray.
Well, alongside the Christchurch locals and the masterful Deb Beasley, we affectionately labelled this home the Spreadsheet. You see, it's a property where its inhabitants excel. A property where the word unhappy is simply not in the formula. With that in mind, happiness starts at 211 Firefield Terrace here in Oppawa. Deb Beasley alongside Josh Hilbers have provided you all with the documentation in preparation for today's special occasion. It's an estate in fee simple, 658 square metres of freehold land, more or less, on allotment 5, depositor plan 11742. I'm not going to hold you up too much longer. The terms and conditions of auction, the contract of sale have been on display throughout the campaign buyers, and they are to be taken as read and understood. The channels that pass through the property, well, they remain unchanged. However, I do note the inclusion of the window seat pad, a cushion for the tushin, you could say. 10% deposit due upon the fall of the hammer today, with settlement set down for the 21st of May 2026. We also do note that you have read, understood and accepted further terms through 23 to 25 of the contract. Buyers, got any questions before we move on? Wonderful. Some homes measure their worth in square metres. Others, they measure it in moments. Moments like the hush of the river drifting past the garden, or morning light filtering through trees that stood here long before you arrived. A pocket of calm and character from the street feels modest, almost humble. Step inside and the home reveals itself with warmth and intention. Timber tones, natural light and thoughtful design create what architects call domestic permeability. The home hums with the harmony of history, modernised, not sterilised. Spending 3 generous bedrooms, certainly enough to render a bunk bed obsolete. Whether the separate studio or office offers flexibility for a workspace, guest hideaway or teenage independence. Outdoors is where the story truly unfolds. One deck sits gently above the water for quiet mornings and drifting reflections, while the other hosts long evenings where conversation stretches past sunset. It's the sort of setting where children discover tadpoles and imagination in equal measure. Dogs assume the riverbank belongs entirely to them, and weekends seem to arrive just a little earlier. In Brisbane, we call our river the brown snake. In Christchurch, they call Heathcote a wee legless lizard. The smaller brother with less worries, less motorised traffic, and not as many e-scooters at the bottom. Becoming a Christchurch local eradicates the need for prayer. Everything you could ever want is now at your fingertips. The riverbank walkways, the presence of established gardens, and the quiet rhythm of a long-standing neighbourhood that create a setting that feels connected and gently removed from the pace of the city. A mere 6-minute drive to your new local watering hole at the Embankment Tavern, or a 30-minute walk, the difference is staggering. Inside, the kitchen forms the social nucleus, part culinary workspace, part gathering place, while the living room, anchored by a fireplace, becomes the seasonal heart of the home. Winter brings firelight and blankets, summer invites open doors and cooling cross breezes. What truly defines this property, however, is its sense of retreat. Not isolation, but distance from noise. A privacy created not by fences, but by greenery, water, and time. Let's find out whose time it is. Buyers, opening bids, opening offers. Where do we start? Hello, sir. Good to see you.
I noticed that the title has a whopping big mortgage on it. How can I be sure that the price today is sufficient to cover off what is owing, plus your mob's exorbitant fees?
Yeah, great question, sir. I would think that our fees are quite modest, to be completely honest with you for that, first and foremost. Well, look, we've taken that into consideration with the reserve price today. Rest assured that that is really aligned with not only market feedback, but what the owners owe the bank as well. So hopefully that answers your question. Hopefully that fills with your confidence, sir, and good luck to you today. Any other questions at all, buyers?
Yeah, listen.
Hello, sir. Great to see you again.
I know that the Heathcote River is over the road, so is this a risk to my property in heavy rainfall?
That's a great question, sir. It flows all the way through the city there, so I would think that there'd be no overflow. I had a look through the documentation as well, so there was nothing that says historically that that's been an issue. I can't say what's going to happen in the future, but in the past it hasn't been an issue, sir. So rest assured, if you're going on the past records, you should be okay. Any other questions, buyers? Well, great. Whose time is it, buyers? Opening bids, opening offers. I'm in your hands. Where do we start? Hello, great to see you.
946,964.
946,964. Just a bit short of a good length. Will you start at $1 million for me by chance? 946, and what was the rest, sorry?
946,964.
946,964. Gee whiz, we start off with a cracker, don't we, folks? At 946,640. Sorry, sir?
50.
50 and 946,654. 946. Sorry, can you repeat that last part? 946.
964.
946,964. 946,964. 996,964. Got you there, sir, at 996,964 buyers. I sing it away once. For 3 bedrooms of population buyers at 996,964 twice. At 996,964. Gee whiz, it's a peculiar bid, isn't it, sir? Third time and finally buyers, we call it away. Where are we? Once, twice. Third time and finally buyers. Is there a mere 20 on the rise? Who goes to $1,020,000 buyers? Well, I'll simply go there. I'll go to $1,020,000 on behalf of the sellers. I'll round it out to a nice even bid at $1,020,000. At 1020. Sorry, sir?
1035.
1035. Good luck at 1035, a mid 15 on the rise at $1,035,000. So bids there at 1035 and sir?
35.
At 1035 and 1070 at $1,070,000. At $1,070,000, do we go call 1105 on your behalf? And 1105. There it is, sir, at $1,105,000. At 1105. First chance buyers at $1,105,000 and 40 is where, but it sits here at 1105. For 3 bedrooms of seclusion buyers at $1,105, sorry. And again, sir, at 140. At 1140, it lies front and center buyers at $1,140,000. At 1140. And there we are, sir, another 35 and 1175 at $1,175. At 1175. And again, sir, at 1175, and we're going to go to 80, and we're going to go to 1, 2, and 10 at $1,210,000. At 1, 2, and 10. Gentlemen's bid buys at 1, 2, and 10, and 1, 2, and 10, and 1, 2, and 45 at $1,245.
Okay.
At 1, 2, and 10. At 1, 2, and 45. And again, at 1, 2, and 45, and 1, 2, and 80 at $1,280. At 1, 2, and 80. For absolute lifestyle buys, I call it in your favour at $1,280,000. Got you there, sir, at 1, 2, and 80. And we're going around the corner again, another 35 to 1, 3, and 15 at $1,315,000. At 1, 3, 1, 5, sorry?
These aren't working. What's your recommendation?
1, 3, and 15. Oh, I think 1.4 would do it. Let's go there. Let's go to 1.4. Do we press on now and call it 1.4?
35.
At 1, 3, and 15, and 35 to get you back, and we're calling it 1, 3, and 50. At $1,350,000 front and centre buyers at 1, 3, and 50, and just a single, sir, or a mid 10. I'll take the single, sir, at 1, 3, and 51. It lies front and centre now, buyers at $1,351,000. Icing at first chance at 1, 3, and 51. At $1,351. I'll offer the same opportunity, buys. I'm mere 1 to get you back in front, but at 1, 3, and 51, I sing it twice now. For opulence, opportunity, and absolute lifestyle, at 1, 3, and 51, buyers twice. At $1,351,000. Third time, and finally, buyers, it sits here at 1, 3, and 51, and 52. Got you the back, sir, and 52. Sir, to go 53 to get you back in front, and we do on the nod, and 53. 54, sir, if you want it back again, but at 1, 3, and 53, it sits here. At $1,353,000. First chance buys at $1,353,000. Twice now at 1, 3, and 53 buys. Icing at third and final time at 1, 3, and 53. Well, gee whiz, and the risk of creating an avalanche of interest buyers, we very much on the market. We very much sell in the want of a better bid, a better offer for $1,353,500. At 1, 3, 53, and 5. At 1, 3, 55.
I'll give you 53 and 5.
1, 3, 53, and 5 is here, and on top, sir. At 1, 3, 53, and 5, and 54, and we're going to go around the corner to 1, 4, 04. Got you there, sir, at 1, 4, 04?
I'll give you 53 and a half.
50, so we're 1, 3, 53 and a half here. And you're going to give me 53 and 5 as well, sir. So 1, 3, 53 and 5 is going to go to 53 and 5, 54, and then 1, 507, sir.
1407.
1407. Appreciate it, sir. At 1407, bid sits front and centre buys at 1407. At $1,407,000 buys. Who goes 1507, might I suggest? But at 1407, it sits here buys. First chance at $1,407,000. Twice at 1407. At $1,407,000 buys. What about a 1 to get you back in front? But it sits here at 1407. Sorry?
14.
Put 7 on the rise. At $1,414,000. At 1414. At a better bid buys at $1,414,000, sir. What say you? At 1414 and 1, 4, and 21. Oh, sorry, no, it's not. At 1, 4, and 14. We're going to 3 and 5 and 17 and 5. Got you there, sir?
14.
At 17 and 5. At 14 on the top, sir, it's going to go to 21 and 31 and 5. It sits here at 1, 4, 31 and 5 buys. I call it away. First chance to win 431 and 5. At 1, 4, 31 and 5. 32 and 35. At 1, 4, and 35. At $1,435,000. 1, 4, and 10. Cracking bid, sir, at $1,410,000. At 1, 4, and 10, gentlemen's bid. At $1,410,000. What did you say, sir?
1441.
Oh, $1,441,000. Sorry, sir. 1, 4, and 41. At 1, 4, and 41 buys, I call it away. First chance of $1,441,000. At 1, 4, and 41. So your previous bid, if you don't mind, please.
My bid is 3.
3,044. Lines up the fours at 1, 4, and 44 buyers at 1,444,000. I call it first chance at 1,444. Twice now at 1444 buyers. Is there any better bid over and above 1,444,000 for the third and final time at 1,444? Any loose change in your pocket? Here at the back, sir. I'll give you enough time to go check your glove box. Here as well, sir. At 1, 4, and 44 buyers. It goes now. It goes definitely. So congratulations. Congratulations to our successful buyer. Today, the river carries you to a new chapter. To our underbidders, keep flowing the current. The right bend always reveals the right home. Thank you very much. Well done.
What makes Bailey's altogether better? It's the energy we bring to every home, every commercial property, every investment, every development, and every farm. Because when the energy is right, you can feel it. Bailey's, altogether better.
To explore more auction solutions or book a demo, visit auctionslive.com.
with Property Credit, and we've found our clients have been very, very positive towards the whole experience.
We will start. Who'd like to get the bidding up? $4,400,000 right here in the room. $4,900,000. $4,950,000. 4,950 is the bid at $4 million. I'm selling.
Auctions live bid.
5.7 to 5. 705 here in the room. 5,705,000. 5,850,000. This zone too. Okay, I'm not even going to look at you again.
Auctions live bid.
5,650,000.
Auctions live bid.
5,000 again back here in the room. 5,655 it is. 5.6.
Auctions live bid.
850. First, second, third and final.
Righto, 1 down, 7 to go. Great start, Kobe. Excellent work. Loved his energy. Got up here. Like he was loving his work. Our second caller is well known to all of you. She's been hassling you a lot of recent times. She wants the money. Never seen a woman so focused on money before. God help us. Anyway, is she right? The pocket's weighed down. Right, she is well known to all of us, of course, and she represents Apollo Auctions these days, and she's doing a marvellous job in our wider fraternity as well. Always up for the competitions, and it's great to have her here. She's blossoming into a wonderful auctioneer. Let's see whether she can master this tricky sequence over the next few minutes. So one and only Julia Rust.
Nature's medicine is the cure for a busy life. And here at the Terrace Fifield, you can have your life healed. Julia Rust is my name, and I am simply here to help you to buy the property today. Of course, I'm here to complete the great work of the dynamic Deb Beasley. She has been a very busy bee, buzzing around, and I'm sure that she would have furnished you with all the appropriate documentation so you could make an informed decision. I offered the property to you subject to the conduct of auction in the agreement that I work from today. As we offer up 211 Fifield Terrace in the heart of All Power. It's a freehold title, the best in the land, on that 658 square metres more or less, on Lot 1. Lot 5, deposit of plan 11742, fully contained on that record of title, volume 468, folio 62 of the Canterbury Land Registry. The clauses in the agreement I'll take as being read and understood. You've done your own due diligence, you've done your own inspections, and you bid on that basis today. The further terms state clause 23, 24 and 25 regarding the remediated property. There is no assignment of that EQC claim. And you've made your own inquiries on this and you bid comfortably on that basis. Now it's vacant possession that we offer you today, and the chattels, they haven't changed since the marketing began. But of course, unlike my husband, the heat pump will work for you all year round without any complaints. The settlement date is set for Thursday the 21st of May 2026, or earlier or later by mutual agreement. It's going to give you ample time to get that man in the truck to be able to be ready to pick up the keys to your well-heeled life. Inevitably, when I knock it down, the highest bidder whose bid I accept will be the winner. You might want to do a bomb in the river. But you need to do two things. You need to sign the contract, of course, and the documentation, and arrange to pay your all-important 10% deposit. Are there any final questions? Okay. To live by the water is to trade the noise of the world for the song of the stream. It's a place to think, a place to breathe, and to see your future clearly. In a world that won't stop talking, this is the retreat you don't have to pack your bag for. No airport security, no lost luggage. It's basically just you and a fireplace in winter and 2 decks in the summer. It's basically a spa treatment. It's a home that's designed to help you unwind and leave the world behind. Flexibility for families. That means there's enough room for the teenager to disappear and for the remote worker to pretend to be working. And the quiet reader to actually find time to finish the tractor without somebody asking, what's for dinner? It's a home that adapts to your needs. It's the perfect balance of character and calm, handcrafted timbers built to be cherished, LED-light windows that paint the afternoon in patterns of perfection. Here you get the soul of an old home with the reliability of a new one. It's a home that doesn't just look good, it makes you feel good. Living at 211 Fifield Terrace, you can have it all. On Sundays you can wander down to the Opawa Farmers Market to find the freshest organic produce and the fluffiest sourdough you've ever tasted. And you don't have to worry about the Opawa street cred. You're in the Kashmir high zone now. And for an active life, you can cycle, you can walk, or you can sit on your deck with a cold one and watch other people exercise. For a social life, you'll find the Opawa Community Connection with all its delightful village vibe. And they say that this street used to be 5 open fields. And today those fields have been replaced by 5 different ways that you can lose your phone. Whether you're cooking a nourishing meal, relaxing in the garden, or hiding in the studio, creating, or perhaps sitting in that window seat, contemplating as the river drifts by. Live by the water, lower your stress levels, sleep better, breathe better. It's time for an opening bid, folks.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I noticed that the title has a whopping big mortgage on it. How can I be sure that the price today is sufficient to cover off what is owing, plus your mob's exorbitant fees?
Well, that's not your concern, sir. You obviously need to come last to be the winner. That's most important. And the mortgage will be paid off at the end at the owner's expense. So that is their dealings and their detail to deal with. So bid on that basis, sir, and come last and just be a winner, won't you? That answer your question?
Yes.
Anybody else while we're at it?
Yeah, excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know that the Heathcote River is over the road, so is this going to be a risk to my property in heavy rainfall?
Well, certainly any properties next to a body of water may run into that risk. To be honest, I actually looked and did some research, and the whole area has been flooding since 1930. So that means that the house is still standing, and we actually have had no major issues that you need to worry about. So that's a very, very confident thing that you can bid on today, sir. Hope that answers your question. Anyone else? Rightio, folks, who wants to go with the flow?
946, 964.
Oh, wow. 964. Wonderful, and welcome into the bidding, and good luck to you at 946 and 964. Who would like to round me up perhaps to
50.
Oh, beautiful. At 946 and 954 and 50 on top, at 996 and 964. Is that correct? 996 and 994. 964. There. Beautiful. Oh, look, I know that $1 million beckons. Perhaps you just want to take me straight through the gate. Who's got it there? Once then at 996 and 964. Second, third, and final time with my winning bidder here. I'll certainly want to take a vendor bid at this stage if I see nothing further from the floor. Or unless you want to bid on top of yourself, sir, and perhaps even up the number. But who perhaps will take a vendor bid then and take it through the gate and round it up to that $1 million. $1 million on a vendor bid. Looking now for a 25 to keep things moving forwards. Once, twice.
1035.
1, 2, 3.
1035.
1035. 10 on top there at 1 million and 35 on top there, 1,035,035. Got it there at 1,035,035. Great to have you back in,
35.
sir. 35 at 70 now at 1,070,070 here. At 1,070,000, will you go another 35 at 1,070,000 at 1.105? Got it there at 10105 and 40 here at 1140. 1,140,000, another 35 will it be at 1140? Yes, he says at 40 at 75 now, 1175. 1,175,000 and 1205. No, 1210. Hang on, 1175 and 35. 35. Yes, 1, 2, and 10. Had it there. At 1,210,000 now, will it be another 35?
Yep.
145 it is, over the back there. 1, 2, and 45. Got it there. 1, 2 and 45. 35 again.
Okay.
1, 2 and 45. At 80 now. 1, 2 and 80. $1,280,000 at 80. At 1, 3 and 15. At 1,315,000 the bid. At 1, 3 and 15, going well.
These aren't working. What is your recommendation?
At 1, 3 and 15, would you like to go to 1, 3, 55? Just a number.
35.
35 on top. At 1, 3 and 15. At 20 at 50. 1, 3 and 50. Beautiful, you did what I said. I love that. Love people that follow instructions. At 1, 3 and 50. And another 35, sir. Keep your nose in front at 1, 3 and 50. 100,000. No, just the one. 351. 1,351,000. Come back strong. At 1, 3 and 51. Once, twice, third and final time, sir, over the back. 52. Pack of cards it is. 1, 3 and 52. 1, 3 and 52. 53. 53 now. 1,353,000. Sir, come back strong. Ma'am, haven't heard from you for a while. At 1, 3 and 53. Once, twice, third and final opportunity at 1, 3 and 53. Would it help you if I told you we are on the market and we sell it away today?
500.
At 1, 3 and 53. Would you give me a 1 maybe? 53 and 500. 1, 3 and 53, 500. Sir,
I'll
come
give
back.
you 53 and 500.
53 and 500. So 107. So 1, 4 and 7. Beautiful. $1,407,000 at 1,407. Come back strong, sir. We're on the market. We sell it away. We're playing for keeps at 1,407. Are you all done over the back there? Once, twice, third and final opportunity at 1,407. Have I seen your best, sir? Permission to sell then. Once, twice, third and final time at 1,407. Are we all out, done and silent? It goes, it's sold! In the back I can see. Congratulations to our winner. Welcome to your new home. It's the simple truth that in Fifield you can have your life healed. Retreat to the water, invest in the land, live the dream. I'm Julia Rust. Have a fantastic
What makes Bailey's altogether better? It's the energy we bring to every home, every commercial property, every investment, every development, and every farm. Because when the energy is right, you can feel it. Bailey's, altogether better.
explore more auction solutions or book a demo, visit auctionslive.com.
Cause.
All right, our third caller in Heat 1 of the Senior Division has trucked up from Tauranga. He's our national novice winner from a Budding Stars winner from last year. He's a junkie for this. He absolutely loves it, and he's firing all cylinders. Good horse racing man. That's what we like amongst auctioneers. And we welcome all the way from Bailey's, one of our key sponsors, Ryan Bradley.
The ground we stand on here today is a place where a legend was born. In the rich history of Canterbury sport, he is arguably one of the greatest individuals ever to be produced by this proud province. He was born right here in Opawa back in 1888. But who is he? Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ryan Bradley from Bailey's, and it's a pleasure to be with you here this evening for the auction of 211 Fifield Terrace here in Opawa, Christchurch. A freehold estate of some 658 square metres, legally described as Lot 5, deposited plan 11742 on record of title CB 468. Folio 62. We've got vacant possession set down for the 21st of May 2026 or otherwise by mutual agreement. No late changes to the chattels there in Schedule 1. I note the early release clause, clause 24 there in regards to the deposit, and that remediated property clause and purchaser acknowledgement in clause 25. The auction conditions of sale and the REA buyers and sellers guide have been made available to you, and today you bid on a cash unconditional basis. Now, on the banks of the wandering Heathcote River, when they surveyed this land back in 1939, they subdivided it into perfectly sized lots, perched upon a timeless stone wall. And when they did that, they found old tennis balls strewn across the grass. A consecutive 4-time Wimbledon champion from 1910 to 1913 would practice here by aiming at the ducks as they flew off the Heathcote River. In the 1940s, they sourced the West Coast Rimu by rail across to Christchurch and right here to 211 Fifield Terrace with its 3 bedrooms. And that glorious, rich red Rimu is a stunning motif throughout. No better example when you are enveloped by it when sipping on your morning cup of English breakfast in that sunny alcove beyond the dining room. And nothing oozes character more than the glazing in this bungalow. Stunning Art Deco double front doors, colonial grid pattern French doors, absolutely stunning, beautiful stained glass features on the internal doors. But hey, in 2026, you need old world calm and modern day features. You can cook up a storm in the new sleek white kitchen. You can relax for hours in the chic freestanding bath. Lost your reading glasses? No worries, there's new LED lighting and that hip new pellet fire, ideal for relaxing with a glass of Waipara Pinot on those chilly Canterbury evenings. The dual outdoor areas are an entertainer's delight. A terrace deck with a lovely river view, or a secluded deck at the rear with the trickle of the creek and the gaze of the greenery the Garden City is most famous for. The extra study or sleep out behind the detached garage provides a plethora of options, and the plywood lined and carpeted garage, it just screams manshed. Opawa Primary School, St Martin's for shopping, and what about the serve down the road at the Opawa tennis courts? Oh yeah, who was that legendary tennis player that grew up here? For real, he was tragically killed in action in World War I. I'm sure his name will come to me, but in the meantime, who's going to serve up an ace?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I noticed that the title has a whopping big mortgage on it. How can I be sure that the price today is sufficient to cover off what is owing, plus your mob's exorbitant fees?
Exorbitant. Yes, sir. You can be rest assured. You can be rest assured that the title will be discharged by the vendor's solicitor prior to you taking settlement. So your solicitor will take care of that, sir. Just looking for a whopping bid to kick me off. Perhaps you'd like to start.
Excuse me, Mr. Auctioneer. Look, I know the Heathcote River is over the road, so is this going to be of any risk to my property in heavy rainfall?
Sir, I checked on the ECAN website, or ECANT as it's affectionately known, and there is no flood zone that touches the house. So for the price that you'll pay today, sir, you'll get your very own moat and castle if it rains all day long. How about you? Would you like to start? Looking for an opening bidder offer here? Who would like to serve it up?
946, 964.
946 964, an auspicious number at 946 964. Is there a million straight away and 50 from there? 996 964 at 996 964 with the 50 on there. Two bidding to buy there at 996 964. Perhaps the $1 million head around us up and squared away, but at 996 964, who goes what? First call, second and third and final. Well, I'll advance it to the million then, and we'll kick it off from there as a nice round number. At $1 million on the vendor bid with me at $1 million, and who's got a nice 25 to go?
1035.
And 35, even better. Love your work there at 35, and 35 we go. Just two in the race at this stage. What about you, sir?
35.
And 70 now. At $1,070,000 with you now. At $1,070,000 straight back to 35. And 1105. At 1105 there, sir. Got you at the back there. And 40 now. At 1,144 bidding to buy. At $1,140,000 once. And a nod there from you, sir. And 75. And 75 on the 35s at 1,175. And through the gate we go to 1, 2 and 10. At 1, 2 and 10 the bid now and first call.
Yep.
And 45. And 45, loving the 35s. Who wants to break the deadlock at 1, 2 and 45?
Okay.
Sorry?
Okay.
Okay. And 80 is yours. At 1,280 the bid. At $1,280,000 once we go. Twice the call. Third and final opportunity. At 1,280 the bid. Perhaps a 10. Perhaps a 5. At 1 million. I got you there, sir. Sorry, saw you nodding. In fact, didn't see you nodding. That's why it took me a while. At 1,3 and 15. At 1,315 the bid at 1,315,000.
These aren't working. What's your
No, they're not.
recommendation?
My recommendation at 1,3 and 15 the bid is yours, sir. Perhaps a nice big 50 would give it a crack.
35.
At 35, okay, we'll just stay in the 35s. At 23 to 50. At 1,350 the bid and it's yours down here. And more there is it at 85. At 1,380, at 1 at 51. At 51, the single. Happy to take the single at this juncture. First call at 1,351. Second call. Third and final opportunity. I'm going to sell it here. We're on the market. We sell away in 52. And 52 there. and 52 and 53 now. Come back at 54 if you see it there. At 1-3 and 50. 3 there. At 1-3, no, 52 there. At 1-3 and 1-3 and 53. At 1-3 and 53 there. At $1,353,000. And it goes today
100?
at $100 or
500.
500 at 1-3 and 53 to 500. 153 500 at 1-3.
53,500.
At 53 500 on top there to 54 and 1407 at 1407 the bid at $1,407,000. It's a good strong play for the Keys there too at 1407 at $1,407,000. Last lunch for the Keys. First call, second time of asking, third and final opportunity at $1,407,000. All done here. Absolutely sure. Got your very best there, sir. What about you back there? Shake of the head at 1407. It is game, it is set, it is match sold. Well done. Congratulations to our buyer here, and best wishes for the next move for our sellers, and of course the famous New Zealand tennis champion, the undisputed greatest of all time at that game, born here in Opawa, was the late great Anthony Wilding. Good evening.
Well done,
What makes Bailey's altogether better? It's the energy we bring to every home, every commercial property, every investment, every development, and every farm. Because when the energy is right, you can feel it. Bailey's, altogether better.
To explore more auction solutions or book a demo, visit auctionslive.com.
But we make sure that all the transactions go through property credit. It takes me out of the equation and it goes through and just makes the whole transaction seamless, which is really good. My assistant, she just loves the process. She sends it out and she finds the responsiveness on the property credit side phenomenal. Like, there's great communication. It's just a very easy, seamless process, which is great. The portal is extremely easy to use, and the way they go through it, look after and personalise our client service, which is really important to us, and giving 6-star service. You've got to remember that most people have most of their equity tied up in their biggest asset. They don't have a lot of liquid funds. So the ability to go through, pay for the marketing and do the marketing they want, and any other slight renovations that they want to do, is a huge thing. So taking that pressure away from people, making sure the property is presented as best we possibly can, and going through and giving 6-star service is what we really want to do, and that's why we love working with Property Credit, and we've found our clients have been very, very positive towards the whole experience.
Buzzing along pretty well, thank you. Our fourth caller today's come all the way up from Christchurch. I can never quite work out who she's working for, but I think it's we love her. We love her like chocolate, and she's here all the way from Christchurch. Elizabeth Costley.
Well, if homes could flirt, we'd all be in trouble. As this one would charm you at the front gate, it would warm you by the fire, and in the modern kitchen the lines are so smooth, if it called me pretty, I'd believe it. Because what we have on offer here is enough to make even the most emotionally unavailable of us want to settle down. Kia ora koutou, I'm Elizabeth Costley, here to help assist in the sale of 211 Fifield Terrace in Opawa, Christchurch. On behalf of our owners, Reese and Natalie, and their Ray White sales agent, Kariana Smith. Now, Kariana will have furnished you with all the necessary documentation, and included in this is a copy of the contract which describes the property as an estate in freehold with a land size of 658 square metres more or less, lot 5, deposited Plan 11742, and record of title being CB468 Folio 62. Now the chattels are as per the documentation, and if you are here to bid, I take it that you have read and understood the conduct of auction, and if you are successful today, I remind you that you pay a 10% deposit, and settlement date is set for the 21st of May 2026. So if you are a little romantic, there is plenty of time just to plant those roses in the ground come June. So here it is. A home that feels like a romance novel. Our protagonist sits in the midground, the Port Hills painted behind, and in the foreground we have the Heathcote River flowing by. But this is no Mills and Boon cover, it's a little more Jane Austen, without the ostentation. An outlook that softens the shoulders, that lowers the pulse before you've even stepped inside. Now, one of the characters is portrayed in the timber detailing that is peppered throughout, warm and finely grained. And the other 3 are bedrooms that offer space for family, for friends, for the occasional strategic surrender after you've had a domestic diplomacy issue. Now, the kitchen and bathroom spare you the burden of compromise as it speaks with a contemporary tone, and the fireplace, well, winter wraps around it, and those cold nights turn into something to be savoured rather than endured. Outside, the studio provides a place to ponder, to plan, to produce, and that rear deck reaches outwards to draw in dusk and dialogue, the kind of evenings where time slips through your hands. Now, in a proud neighbourhood with friendly people, there's a real pride without prejudice. 1 minute away, high tea down at In Situ Cafe, where you can enjoy perhaps of your very own degustation with your very own Mr. Darcy. Now, shopping at the tannery, that just feels less of a decision, and more like a seduction. So buyers, who is here to pen the first chapter in their very first Riverside romance? What do we say? Opening bids.
Excuse me. I noticed that the title has a whopping big mortgage on it. How can I be sure that the price today is sufficient to cover off what is owing, plus your mob's exorbitant fees?
Well, sir, are you bidding here today? Yes, well, if you bid, you don't have to worry about the mortgage, because that mortgage belongs to the owner. So once you buy the property, if you buy the property, then that will be wiped, and that's the owner's responsibility currently, so you don't have to worry about that or the commission. But if you want to pay me commission, I'll take it. Any other questions while we're here?
Look, Madam Auctioneer, I know that the Heathcote River is over the road. Is this going to be a risk to my property in heavy rainfall?
In heavy rain, so while you are elevated quite high, sir, I feel like if the river did reach your house, then a lot of us would be in have more problems than you would. At this stage, look, I can't speak for the rain, I can't speak for the river, and I can't speak for the ocean or what it will do. So at this stage, I can't answer that question. But I would say that you're pretty elevated there, so you should be okay. Happy to bid on that basis. Would you like to start the bid flow?
No.
Okay, well that's okay. Is there anything in the room?
946, 964.
946, 964. 946, 964. Well, that is such a great bid, and usually on a number like that I push back, but I feel like there may be some emotional tie to it. So 946, 964.
50.
At 50,000. That is great. At 946, at 996, 964. At 996, 994, 964. There we go. Isn't this fun? I love it here. At 996, 964. Does anyone give me a 1.1? Is there 1.1 in the room? Round me up. But at 996, 964, first call. Second, third and final time now, I'll take us to 1.1 on a vendor bid. At 1.1 with me, I look straight back though.
1035.
1035. Ma'am, we're at 1.1. Can I get you to come in at 1? Okay, well, what I'll do is recheck my vendor bid at 1035. At 1,035,000, welcome back. At 1,035,000, the best of luck to you today. At 70 the bid. At 1,070,000, I have you there, sir. Do you come back with another 35? But first call at 1,070,000. At 1 million, another 35 over here. At 1,105. At 1,105, I have you there, sir. Welcome in. Very best of luck. At 1,105 and a 35 here at 40 the bid. At 1,140, is there another 35 or do we double it up? 75 over here at 1,175. We may need to go a little bit stronger at 75 now, another 35 and 1, 2 and 10. At 1,210, over here, first time. 1,210, where was that? Back there, sir, 1,210 and 45. At 1,245 the bid now.
Okay.
At 1,245, man, you wouldn't double it up for me, would you? At 1,245, another 35 and 80. At 1,280, I have you there. Welcome back. At 1,280, the office adds space here. At 1,280 and another 35. At 1,320. At 1,315. At 1,315, I have you there, sir. At 1,315, first call, Tekara Stadium
working.
down the.
These aren't working. What's your recommendation?
What's my recommendation, ma'am? Could you get me something closer to the 1.4?
35.
35 at 1,3, and we're at 1,3 and 15, and you want 35 at 50 the bid. At 1,3 and 50. At 1,350, I have you there, ma'am. But now it's working for you at the moment. At 1,350 now, and another 35. Is that a 1? Is that 1,435? Can I say? So 1,350 the bid. Is that a 1? I'll take that as 100,000. At 1,405. 1,450, sorry. Okay, 51. There we go. I thought I'd try it. At 1,3 and 51. We got there in the end at 1,351. First call now. So there's something stronger. Second, third and final time. Another one in the room over there. Can I take that as 100,000, sir? Just the one at 52 the bid. At 1,352 the bid and 54. 53. At 1,2. 53 over here. So do you come back with another one? 1,353,000. First call. Second. Third and final time at 1,353. Well, folks, delighted to announce my limitations have now been lifted. We are on the market and selling to you, perhaps, sir, at $1,353,000. Is there anything further in the room? The half. At 1,353, the half. 500 to get you in front. You'll give me 53 and a half. At 1,353, the half, and that takes me to 1,407. 1,407, I have you there, sir. At 1,407, welcome in. At 1,407, some strength between the bids there. At 1,407, you've got 3 rooms on offer. First call, though, at 1,407. Second, third and final time at 1,407. Are we all done at the back there, sir? What about over here? Is there anything less? $1,000 to get you in front. 14. Welcome back at $1,414,000. 7 on the rise. At 1,414, I have you now. Is there another 7? At 1,414, and you want half. That's great. That's 17 and a half. At 1,417 and a half. I have
14.
you there. 1,417 and a half. And you want 14,000. That's a good bid there, sir. At 1,417 and a half now takes me to 31 and a half. At 1,431 and a half.
3.5.
1,431 and a half. I take that as it was right. At 1,431 and a half, and you want 3.5. That takes me to 35. At 1,435. 1,441. 35 and a half. That's 6 on the rise there from you, sir. And 6 on the rise at 1,441. Who goes 1,444? It sounds like someone trying to get into heaven. At 1, you will go 1,444. I love that. What I meant was, who will go 1,544? At 1 and 444 with you there, sir. At 1 and 444 with you. Our power school is just down the road, 2 minutes. But first call at 1,444. I remind you, we are selling it here today. Not another one from you. Second time now at 1,444, the bid. Third and final call. Anywhere else in the room? Is there 1.5 perhaps? Delighted to announce if there's no further bidding at 1,444, it is going, go! Folks, I've been working out in the gym, so I'm stronger than I am. Congratulations to you, sir. Well done. You've just secured a home that feels like the beginning of something truly special. And to our underbidders, I sincerely thank you for your efforts. Look, just remember, a lost home is not a lost ending, only a different beginning. And I wish you all the very best in the chapters ahead.
What makes Bailey's altogether better? It's the energy we bring to every home, every commercial property, every investment, every development, and every farm. Because when the energy is right, you can feel it. Bailey's, altogether better.
Explore more auction solutions or book a demo, visit auctionslive.com.
but we make sure that all the transactions go through property credit. It takes me out of the equation and it goes through and just makes the whole transaction seamless, which is really good. My assistant, she just loves the process. She sends it out and she finds the responsiveness on the property credit side phenomenal. Like, there's great communication. It's just a very easy, seamless process, which is great. The portal is extremely easy to use, and the way they go through it, look after and personalise our client service, which is really important to us, and giving 6-star service. You've got to remember that most people have most of their equity tied up in their biggest asset. They don't have a lot of liquid funds. So the ability to go through, pay for the marketing and do the marketing they want, and any other slight renovations that they want to do, is a huge thing. So taking that pressure away from people, making sure the property is presented as best we possibly can, and going through and giving 6-star service is what we really want to do, and that's why we love working with Property Credit, and we've found our clients have been very, very positive towards the whole experience.
We will start. Who'd like to get the bidding up? $4,400,000 right here in the room. $4,900,000. 4,950,000. 4,950 is the bid at $4,000,000. I'm selling.
Auctions live bid.
5.7 to 5. 705. You're in the room. 5,705,000. 5,850,000. This zone, sir. I'm not even going to look at you again.
Auctions live bid.
5,650,000.
Auctions live bid.
5,000 again back here in the room. 5,655 it is. 5.6.
Auctions live bid.
850. First, second, third and final. Quick finish. Done.
We're introduced to property credit, and then once they sort of dropped everything on the table, it was like, oh my God, we've been looking for a product like this. We'd been using another one, but it was very, very long-winded, the way the forms that had to be filled out, the compliance. Their marketing, our outstanding marketing was just getting to a level where it was becoming an issue. And so it was a lovely vehicle for us to turn that around. And we managed to, in a reasonably short time. We're in the real estate business, we're not in the finance business. You guys are the finance business, so you take care of that, and it works beautiful. Thank you. All I can say is that, across the business, since we've introduced it, it has made life a lot easier. What we're finding with property credit, we can get the gardens done, we can get the paint done, we can launch a good, strong marketing campaign, and it's making the difference.
Curtains. It's Justin through. just open that curtain, tell me if he's there. Oh, sorry. Is he there? Right, our next competitor and our fifth in the Heat 1 of the senior is one of Bailey's top auctioneers. He's based here in Auckland. He's ex-Christchurch lad, and he's setting the world on fire up here. Give him a great round of applause from Bailey's, Justin Haley.
Right. Well, a jolly good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, bidders, buyers and browsers, for and on behalf of the Bailey's auction team, I do bid you the very, very warmest of welcomes. Now, very shortly, I will guide you through the millfoyer of opportunity on offer here at 2111 Fifield Terrace, Opawa in Christchurch. But let me first pause to say to our sellers this evening, what a great honour, what a great privilege it has been to represent you thus far, and to our bidders and buyers, each and every one of you here today, we do wish you all the very, very best of luck in your bidding endeavours. And of course, my name is Justin Haley. Let us go directly to the contract here at 2111 Fifield Terrace. We are an estate and freehold here, 658 square metres more or less, being lot number 5, deposit of plan 11742, found and bound in that record of title CB468, portfolio 62. Settlement is Thursday the 21st of May this fine year, sooner or later by mutual agreement. Bidders and buyers, I do direct you to those further terms, being 24 right through to 25 being deemed read and understood. Now take me down to the Paradise City, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? And as I search the crenellations of my mind, the stirring words from Axl Rose ask us a deeper question. So I put it to you, ladies and gentlemen, what does home mean to you? For centuries, poets and philosophers have pondered that very question. Home is really just bricks and boards. It is a sense of secure sanctuary, a feeling of familiarity, a place where life quietly unfolds. For one of you here today, 2111 Fifield Terrace may well be that homecoming. As Cecilia Ahern so beautifully wrote, home is not a place, it is a feeling. Moreover, ladies and gentlemen, it is that feeling we pursue when we search for home. Here at 2111 Fifield Terrace, that feeling begins the moment you arrive. Set along the scenic and serene riverside stretch, the home rests proudly and privately, elevated like a sparkling jewel among established greenery, a polished property that pairs character with contemporary comfort. The classic weatherboard exterior presents timeless charm, while inside you'll find that beautiful marriage of heritage and modernity. LED-light windows welcoming that morning sun, of course, rich heart Rimu accents, radiating warmth, and elegant French doors flowing freely to the outdoors. Accommodation is generous and gracious, 3 substantial double bedrooms, each spacious, capacious and commodious to boot. At the heart of the home, that holy trinity of modern living here, kitchen, living and dining, seamlessly connected in open plan harmony. Lovingly renovated by our current owners from tip to toe. The home has been carefully curated to combine comfort, character and contemporary ease. And of course, all of this sits at the heart of the ever popular Opawa, surrounded by quality schooling, a community charm and leafy lifestyle, of course with the Opawa Primary just moments away, ever so important in a city such as Christchurch, when one does not say, how do you do? One says, what school did you do? So bidders and buyers, all of that position on that sumptuous 658 square metres terra firma, space to stretch out, settle in and enjoy simply. T.S. Eliot once wrote, home is where one starts from. Bidders and buyers, I put it to you. Oh, excuse me, sir.
Oh, I noticed that the title has a whopping big mortgage on it. How can I be sure that the price today is sufficient to cover off what is owing, plus your mom's exorbitant fees?
Oh, it's a wonderful question, sir, and great to start there, of course. Of course, you're protected by the contract for full settlement. You pay your 10% deposit at the fall of the hammer. The remainder of your settlement fees goes to clearing that mortgage, of course. And if the vendor is in default, then all of those contractual components are there are to protect you, sir. Are you comfortable with that decision? Yep. Good luck in your bidding. Would you like to start me away? Not quite yet. I'll come back to you, sir. Worried about that mortgage.
Excuse me, Mr. Auctioneer. Look, I noticed the Heathcote River is over the road. So is this going to be a risk to my property in heavy rainfall?
That's a great question as well, sir. Heavy risk, of course, water in the river, all of those protections at that wonderful elevated site there. Should be metres and metres. Don't worry, Noah, we'll get you there. You'll be good to go, sir. Wish you the very best, sir. Who would like to start me away?
946, 964.
946, 964. I was preferring something closer to $1 million, man. Would you go straight there with me? 946, 964. Absolutely sure $1 million is what I'd like to start with. Well, we'll kick it away there. 940, more than I had a minute ago. 946, 469. There it is. 946.
964.
964. I seek $1 million here.
50.
946, 996, 464, 996, 464. We're not far off $1 million is what I was hoping for.
No.
At 50 on top, 946. 996. Yep. 464. Enumerate your number, please.
996, 964.
996, 964. There we go. We're 36 away from the million. Good luck in your bidding endeavours, Sue. Wish you the very best. At 996, 964, I bid it away now. I search for $1 million, first call, twice, third and final call. Well, I'll keep things moving along straight to $1 million. Shouldn't be a bother at these sorts of levels. At $1 million even, I bid it away now with me on the vendor's behalf at 7 figures. We crashed through the barrier together. Can I get you back, sir? First call at $1 million even.
1035.
1035. Puts up a 35. A welcome back to you, ma'am. Once again, our lamplighter, our starter at 1035 to go. First
35.
call. 35, 70. Got you there, sir. Won't miss you again. At a 1070 to go. Is it 35 once again, ma'am?
Me too.
Sorry, sir.
Me too.
At 70, 35. Okay, 170. That's 1, 1 and 5. Away we go. 1, 1 and 5. Got you there. And 35 for you, sir. And 40. 1,140,000 to go. 4 in the race at this stage. First call at 1140 to go. At 35. 1175. At 1175. And there we go. And 2 and 10. At 1, 2 and 10 the bid now. At 1, 2 and 30 again. 1, 2 and 10. 45. Welcome to you, sir. Good luck once again. At 1, 2 and 45. The bid, the offer now. First call.
Okay.
Once again. 1, 2 and 45, 70, 80. 1, 2, 80 to go. At 1,280,000 once called with our starter. At 1, 2, 80. 1, 3 and 15, sir. Got you there. At 1, 3, 1, 5 the bid. Once. At
These
1
aren't
million.
working. These aren't working. What's your recommendation?
Straight to 1.5, ma'am. Would you go there with me? Is that a place and space we could go together?
35.
1, 3 and 15. So that's 40 and 50. 1, 3, 5, 0 the bid, the offer. And 35 on top, sir. 1, 3, 85. Can I get you there? 1. 1, 3, 51. Strategic, sir. Once. At 1,351,000. Twice now. Third and final call. At 2, sir. 3 and 52. Got you there. And 3. 1, 3 and 53. Welcome back, sir. Once again. At 1,353,000. First call. Twice and thrice. All done. All silent. 1,353,000. Right, interesting. Instructions, please. We're kicking on here. 1,353. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. It's going to flood anyway. At 1,353. we're on the market, bidders and buyers. I'm selling here for the want of a better bid.
500.
At 5, 1,353, 5, 1,353 the half.
I'll give you 53 to half.
Sorry, sir.
I'll give you 53 to half.
53 and up. 1,353 the half. That's
I'll give you 53 to half.
1,406, 1,407. Got you there. At 1,407 the bid. Once called at 1,407,000, great bid bidding for keys and keeps. Twice now, third, final call at 1, 4 and 7. Wheel done and silent. Absolutely sure. I'm uncertain here. I hope I've got the right number. At 1, 4 and 7, I'm selling here. I'm selling. We are gone. Congratulations to you. Wish you the very best. Commiseration to our underbidders, all of you. And a reminder. A quote from Robin Hope, home is people, not a place. Wish you the best. Thank you so much.
What makes Bailey's altogether better? It's the energy we bring to every home, every commercial property, every investment, every development, and every farm. Because when the energy is right, you can feel it. Bailey's, altogether better.
Solutions or book a demo, visit auctionslive.com.
And we found our clients have been very, very positive towards the whole experience.
We will start. Who like to get the bidding up? $4,400,000 right here in the room.
You're live. 6 of 8. So we're live now. Yep. He's here. He works for one of our main sponsors, Apollo Auctions. He's he's a very experienced realtor, this bloke, and he's coming up through the auctioneering ranks big time now. I look forward to see what he's got to offer us today. Great round of applause to a tremendous bloke, Richard Stringer.
Well, I've been racking my brain over the last 3 nights trying to come up with a funny one-liner to kick proceedings off. But you know, sometimes my jokes fall a bit flat. Unlike 211 Fifield Terrace, which did not fall flat during that period now that we colloquially call the Elvis years. You know, when there was a whole lot of shaking going on. Richard Stringer from Apollo Auctions. It's a privilege and a pleasure to work alongside our lead consultant, Deb Beasley. Now, Beasley's easily the market leader in these parts, and with steely determination has made all the documentation available to you, so that you can make a really easy purchasing decision today. To our custodians, Reese and Natalie, well, they're very sad to move on from this home that they've dubbed their Fifield of Dreams. Today, folks, we proffer up 658 square metres of freehold charm in the riverside enclave of Opawa. Lot 5 deposited plan 11742 and all that's contained within that record of title CB 468, folio 62 in the Canterbury Land Registry. Now you bid with a settlement date set for Thursday the 21st of May, which happens to be the International Anti-Terrorism Day. Fear not, nothing to be terrified of here, but if you are a bit concerned, you could settle earlier or later by mutual consent. Your chattels? They remain unchanged from the documentation that you've received, but I'm going to point out a small typo. You're going to enjoy the warmth and convenience of a pellet fire, not a pallet fire. There'll be no burning pallets to keep the fire now warm. We note clause 25 in the further terms of sale detailing the post-quake refurbishment that's taken this home from as is where is to now fully insured and ready for your enjoyment. Folks, we'll take clause 2, conduct of auction as read, but I will point out that I sell subject to a reserve price, and at the fall of the contract, if that's in your favour, you'll need to complete that contract and organise a 10% deposit. I wonder if I have any questions at all before we move on. Wonderful. Well, today we present a home that combines character with convenience, personality with panache, where the sun streams in through the LED light windows and your nights are lit by the LED lights, otherwise known as LEDs. It's a home with heart, where you can curl up with a good book in that window seat, cocooned in those native timbers, and enjoy that serene and green outlook. Or perhaps entertain friends and loved ones on that delectable deck. Or just watch the meandering Heathcote River, framed by those wafting willows. It's a home that offers a trio of bedrooms complemented by that family bathroom and the second WC in the laundry. Well, that provides extra convenience, as does that utility space off the garage. Perfect for work from home with those overflow guests. Native timber architraves and built-in bookcases, they create a sense of timeless charm. But that modern kitchen, well, that'll please the most gourmet gastronomes. You'll feel right at home. Now, Waipawa started off as Opawaho, which translates literally to the outpost. It was a food gathering and resting place for Ngāi Tahu along the banks of the Heathcote River. But being just 3.5 k's from the heart of our vibrant new city and the mighty Te Kaha Stadium, well, you'd hardly call it an outpost now. Today, the food gathering, it's much more convenient at the local Opawa village, home to Gelato Lab. I can vouch. Christchurch's best gelato. I recommend the Italian sour cherry. But to burn off the calories, the Opawa Tennis Club is just around the corner. Will your children be future Wimbledon champions? Or will their journey to academic accolades begin at the local St Mark's School? Folks, today I seek a new custodian for the charm, the convenience and the contemporary living that is 211 Fifield Terrace. Who's here to make it your Fifield of dreams?
Excuse me.
Sir.
Excuse me. I notice that the title has a whopping big mortgage on it. How can I be sure that the price today is sufficient to cover off what is owing, plus your mob's exorbitant fees?
Oh, mob's exorbitant fees. Welcome, sir. Nice to have you in the auction room. You can be very confident in that we've set a reserve in accordance with market feedback. It leaves plenty of room for that mortgage to be discharged, and you'll have clear title on settlement day. I look forward to your bidding. Anyone else before we get underway?
Yeah, excuse me, Mr. Auctioneer. Look, I note that the Heathcote River is over the road. Is this going to be any risk to my property in heavy rainfall?
Well, sir, I'm an auctioneer, not a geologist or a weatherman, but I did note that the level of the Heathcote River is about 2 metres down below the road itself, the house about 8 metres above. If there's flooding issues there, sir, we're all in trouble. But I wish you all the very best with your bidding today. Take confidence, sir. It's a great home. Well, folks, Fifield of Dreams. Who dreams it? Who goes there? Opening bid and offers.
946, 964.
946 and 964. Very specific number there. You wouldn't round that out to $1 million to make my life easy. And I go 946 and 964. Welcome into the bidding. At 946 and 960. 50. At 946, at 996 and 946, 996 and 964. 996, 964 with you there, sir. Welcome into the fray. What's our reply to that? Another interesting number perhaps. At 996, 964, first call away. Second and third as I chase down perhaps 25. Well, I'll round it out to $1,025,000. If that helps the calculation, certainly will for me at $1,025,000. Is there 25 on that now? Perhaps to $1,050,000.
1035.
Even better. Don't let me limit you again. Welcome back at $1,035,000 the bid there. At $1,035,000. Where do we travel, sir? What's your reply to that?
35.
35 at $1,070,000 with you. Nice to have you back there. He's in front now for that Fifield of Dreams at $1,070,000.
Me too.
And you're 35 as well at 1105. Welcome in at 1105 now, sir. Same bid again. At 1105, you're 1140. 1,140 with you. Got you there, sir. What's your reply? There it is at 1175. And there it is again at 1175 and 35. You're at 1,210. 1,210. Got you there, sir. Loud and clear. And 1,245. 1, 2, and 4, 5 there. Sir, keeps you back in for another 35. Is it 1, 2, 4?
Okay.
Here it is at 1,280. 1,280 now. Sir, you had a great question. There it is at 1,280 at 1, 3, and 15 with you. 1, 3, 1, and 5.
These aren't working. What's your recommendation?
I'd go straight to 1.5. Should we go there together?
35?
Okay. 1, 3, 1, and 5 or 1, 3, 50. Happy to make those suggestions to one and all. 1, 3, 5, and 0. Sir, tempt you back in. How about you down the back there, sir? At 1, 3, 5. Oh, there we go. At 1, 3, 85. 1, 3, 8, and 5 with you for that. Oh, you're just doing a 1? Yes? 1. Okay. So we're at 1, 3, 50. 1, 3, 51 with you, is it, sir? Gotcha. 1, 3, 5, and 1. Another 35 perhaps. Sir, can I tempt you back in? Heathcote River meandering past. 1, 3, 5, and 1. Sir, how about you down the back there? 1, 3, 5, and 1. Can I tempt you back? First call away. Second now. Third, with that gentleman at 1, 3, 5, and 1. Folks, would it help to know? Oh, 52. 1, 3, 5, and 2. 1, 3, 5, 2. 1.352. Happy to travel on ones. 53. 3, 5, 3. Oh, scratching. I thought you were double bidding there for a second, sir. And 3, 5, 3. I'll tempt you back in. Another 35. At 1, 3, 5, and 3, folks, we're on the market. We're selling away, as I was about to say before. At 1, 3, 5, and 3.
500?
500,000? Just the $500. 1, 3, 5, 3.5. 1, 3, 5, 3.5.
I'll give you 5, 3.5.
You'll give me
5, 3.5.
Well, I've got 1, 3, 5, 3.5 there, sir. Would you like to go 1, 3, 5, 4?
I'll give you 53.5.
Oh, you're giving me 53.5. Love that, but thank you, sir. 1, 3, 5, 3.5. So you're taking me through to 1,400,000. 1, 3, 5, 3.5. You're taking me through to 53.5. 1407 with you, sir. 1407. Got you there loud and clear. 1407. Shall we match fire with fire? Sir, haven't heard from you for a while. 1,407,000. First call at 1, 4, and 7. Second time now. Third. All silent. Can I tempt you back in? Perhaps 10? Sir, a small increment, maybe 1.
14, 14?
And the 7 on top. Welcome back in at 1, 4, 1, 4. Sir, what's your reply?
Half.
3.5 at 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 7, and 5.
14.
14? Would bid. 1, 4, 1, 7, and 5 at 1, 4, 31, and 5 with you. 1, 4, 3, 1, and 500. What's your reply?
3.5.
1, 4, 31, and 500. 1, 4, 34. 4 with you. 1, 4, 30, 1, 4, 34 with you, sir. Just you write your bid.
1, 4, 3, 5.
1, 4, 3, and 5. Of course it is. 1, 4, 3, and 5.
1, 4, 4, 1.
3 and 5. 4, 4, 1. Certainly. 1, 4, 4, and 1. Do we go same?
Half of that.
1, 4, 4, and 4. 1, 4, 4, and 4 with you. Sir, another 6 is it? 1, 4, 4, and 4. Would you go 3? 1, 4, 4, and 4, sir. Opower, the outpost. 4, 4, and 4. First call away. Second now and third. Can't touch you back in. I've definitely had your best. Nothing further there, sir. Sir, had a great question at the beginning. Looks like it's your lucky day, sir. That 5 Field of Dreams. First call, second and third. It goes. It's gone. Welcome to Opawa, sir. It is going to be your 5 Field of Dreams. You've secured the outpost. To the underbidders, I'm afraid it's the last post.
Thank you very much.
What makes Bailey's altogether better? It's the energy we bring to every home, every commercial property, every investment, every development, and every farm. Because when the energy is right, you can feel it. Bailey's, altogether better.
They just don't have that sort of cash flow at the moment to really make their home perfect.
To explore more auction solutions or book a demo, visit auctionslive.com.
But we make sure that all the transactions go through property credit. It takes me out of the equation and it goes through and just makes the whole...
From this heat qualified for Tuesday's final. This is Senior Heat 1 with a reserve of 1.35 million. And our seventh caller, well, he's a man of mystery. I hear he put up a stellar performance around the traps in Auckland last night. You were there, Aaron?
I was there.
Yeah, impressive, I hear.
Comedy Club.
We'll get some more of that from him over the next 2 days as well. But let's give him a great round of applause. He's been a guy that's been through the mill with a couple of issues, but he's here to show us what he's made of again. Sean Wakelin.
As a child, when my father asked me why I wanted to be an auctioneer, I said, it's simple, Dad, I'm incredibly fast at addition. He said, okay then, what's 358 plus 579 plus 2073? 55! I blurted out. Nowhere close, son. Yes, but I was fast, wasn't I, Dad? My name is Sean Wakelin, and today I will be the face that will determine the pace of the race for the place known as 211 Fifield Terrace in Opawa in Christchurch. Fantastically marketed by our lead agent, Zane Cousins from ZRE Realty, and brought to us graciously by our vendor, Mr. Mark Summich. Now, I know that Zane and his team would have furnished you with all the relevant documentation and paperwork, so I'm not going to read the contracts. I'll take them as being read in full. Suffice to say that today, what is an offer and what you are bidding cash unconditionally for is for a freehold title, a property which is known formally as Lot 5 on Deposited Plan 11742, Certificate of Title CB 468/62, being 658 square metres more or less. Now, as we enter the fray today, the incredible journey, as I said, has started for us, and settlement has stayed the same as it is on your documents at the 21st of May, being a Thursday, and the chattels remain unchanged, especially the additions in those of having the beautifully padded seat for that bespoke window seat, and one of my favourites, that perfectly positioned pyrotechnic fire, that pellet fire that sits in the middle of the living room. As a child growing up, we had a pot belly, and as you can see, I still do. But enough about what's in front of me and more about what's in front of you, because this really is a unique opportunity. Great homes, just like great hide and seek players, are hard to find. And for one lucky bidder today, that search will be over. And this is a very special prize. The property that is at 211 Fifield Terrace, why, this is a residence that perfectly captures the vibrant energy of the river whilst maintaining the calm and quiet soul of a perfect family sanctuary. This property, it combines heritage and high-spec living, carefully balanced with the beautifully crafted woodwork that highlights throughout, the artistry of the LED light windows and doors that cast a timeless glow throughout the property. Now, as you walk through the property, you will notice that the open plan living flows effortlessly, just as the Heathcote River does. It looks out over. The layout is a true masterpiece, a masterclass indeed in versatility. From the hidden away, tucked away office for the private professional, through to that quiet adult retreat, and with plenty of space for the children, ensuring that every member of your family will have their own place in this house to breathe and to grow. Now just picture your winters spent here, sitting in front of that pellet fire, the eco-friendly burner with board game and brandy in hand, starting the summers, sitting on that bespoke wooden seat out from the kitchen, surrounded by that warm, rich, natural timber, and looking out at the lush, fully grown greenery that is Opawa. Just walk out onto your deck and take it all in. This is elevated living at its finest, folks, where the view of the water is so rich and priceless that even the river has two banks. I'll work at your pace. And the living is second to none. You're seconds from the sporting activities at Hanson Park, and yet only a quiet stroll away from the charm of the historic Opawa Library, the century-old lawn tennis and bowls club. And with a multitude of top-tier, top tier, primary schools and kindergartens, your family's future is not only secure, but it is also spectacular. Now, this big, bright and bold opportunity is not going to wait for the hesitant. I give you warning of that today. So we're ready to sell. The vendors are ready to move on. The river is calling. 211 Fifield Terrace is the prize. Who's going to step up and claim it from me?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I noticed that the title has a whopping big mortgage on it. How can I be sure that the price today is sufficient to cover off what is owing, plus your mob's exorbitant fees?
Well, my mob's exorbitant fee, sir, shouldn't be your concern, but it should be your mob's exorbitant living that you're going to be enjoying. So we'll get that one out of the way straight off the bat there. But once again, the profit is offered up, and it will be a free and unencumbered title as per the documentation that you've been furnished by. I do appreciate your interest, and I look forward for more of your interest later. Thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. Auctioneer. Look, I note the Heathcote River is over the road. So is this a risk to my property in heavy rainfall?
It's a great question, sir. What I note of the property, you would have seen as you came up to it, is that almost fortress-like embankment that you've got built with the stone layer upon layer. I have no knowledge of any flood risks in the area, and ironically, the property that you're buying, Opawa, was originally shortened from being outpost or fortress in Māori. And you've definitely got your own fortress that's going to sit well elevated above those rivers. Thank you, sir, and I welcome you. We haven't forgotten about the opening bid, have we? No?
946, 964.
Sorry?
946, 964.
946, 964. Fantastic. We'll take that, man. That's certainly a bid that I've welcomed and looked forward to all day. 946, 44. Who's going to round it up? Let's say to $1 million from there. 946, 44. For the first, for the second, the third. Sorry?
50.
956, 44 now.
50.
950.
50 is my bid.
50. I understand your bid, so I just don't understand the numbers. 950, so we're at 946 was yours. 44, 946.
946, 964.
946, 964, so you're at 956, 964.
No, my bid is 996, 964.
996, 964. Fantastic. Glad I worked on the clarity. To $1 million now, do we see? First, second, third, I'll take us there. We'll round it up at $1 million now, and I'll go for an increments of 50. I'm at $1 million now and 50 the bid.
1035.
1035, certainly, man. Would you move on to 1050? You're not? You're happy at that level? Okay, 1035, 35 the bid now at 1035.
35.
35, 1070. At 107 now, 35 the bid. Thank you. It's with you, sir.
Me too.
Me too. Great movement, that. 1105. At 1105 the bid. $1,105,000. Do we see another 35 on the rise? We do there. Thank you, sir. At 1,140,000 now. Moving along the 35s, 1,140,000 on the nod. 1,175,000. 75, 1,210,000 now. With you, sir, 1,210,000. 35 the bid.
Yep.
1210, 1210, 1245. 1245 the bid. With you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
1245, 1280. At 180 now. Thank you, ma'am. At 1280 we bid. You scratch your head, sir. Was that a bid? I'll take a scratch and nod. You could send a raven. No? You're fine on that. At 1280. At 1280 now. For the first. For the second. Thank you, sir. Once again, coming back in. 1315. Was that you as well, sir? No. No, not in part of the game. 1315 now it is. The bid is with you, sir, in the green shirt, the happy looking gentleman.
These aren't working. What's your recommendation?
Sorry?
These aren't working. What's your recommendation?
What part's not working? We've increased the bids now by about 400,000. My recommendation would be perhaps another 35 on top, man.
35?
Yep, 35. That worked. So 1-3, so getting myself right here because I know that was a lot of mass distraction there. So now we're sitting at 1,350. At 1,350. So again, 1,350 and 35. Yes? 1,350, 35 now, 85. 1,385 bidding against yourself, sir, or are you correcting my bid? 1,000. 1,351. Thank you. 1,351. Who else has another 1,000? Let's throw them all out. 1,351 now. For the first, the second, third. Another 1,000, sir. 1,352 we are. 53. $1,353 for the first, the second, third. Folks, we are now playing for keeps. Do we change up our tempo? Someone's going home with the keys.
500.
1,500. 1,500,000. No?
Just 500.
Just 500. So we're at 1,355. 2.5. 133, 2.5.
My bid was 1353.
1353, so we're now at 1353.5.
I'll give you 53.5.
Sorry, you give me how much?
I'll give you 53.5.
53.5?
Yeah.
1353.5 takes us through to 1353.5, 1383.5, 1384. 1384 the bid? Could you enumerate, please?
1,407,000.
1,407,000. Thank you very much. 1,407,000. We will get there, folks. At 1,407,000 to this gentleman over here. Are we selling away? Have we seen your best? And yours? Just like the river, it can run, but it can't tide. 1,407,000 now for the first. Second. Are we all done? We've seen everything. In that case, then at 1,407,000, we are selling, we are sold! Congratulations. Thank you to all our bidders today. You've certainly made me run a river down this bald forehead of mine. I appreciate your time and your efforts. I appreciate your bidding, sir. And for you, every day will be a day in paradise spent overlooking that river, the fortress that we've described, and may your family be blessed. Thank you very much.
What makes Bailey's altogether better? It's the energy we bring to every home, every commercial property, every investment, every development, and every farm. Because when the energy is right, you can feel it. Bailey's, altogether better.
Don't have that sort of cash flow at the moment to really make their home perfect.
To explore more auction solutions or book a demo, visit auctionslive.com.
but we make sure that all the transactions go through property credit. It takes me out of the equation and it goes through and just makes the whole transaction seamless, which is really good. My assistant, she just loves the process. She sends it out and she finds the responsiveness on the property credit side phenomenal. Like, there's great communication. It's just a very easy, seamless process, which is great. The portal is extremely easy to use, and the way they go through it, look after and personalise our client service, which is really important to us, and giving 6-star service.
Right, we've come to the end of Senior Heat 1, and our final caller is making his way down. We're close to 8 bells, so it's been a good start and some excellent calling. Let's see whether this bloke can pull a rabbit out of the hat, because he's certainly good enough to do that. We welcome him from one of our major sponsors, Barfoot and Thompson. Give him a great round of applause. It is Andy Dye.
A celebrated ping pong enthusiast and shrimp boat captain once coined the phrase, life is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get. But for me, as long as it's not the cherry ripe, this property is no cherry ripe. In fact, it's mint. By way of introduction, Andy Dye is my name. It's not a surprise to see so many unflagging hopefuls here as a result of the marketing prowess executed by Deb and Josh from Harcourts. They've furnished you with the pertinent property documentation, including the contract that underpins the sale. And it's the balance of those terms that I take as being read and understood. But that said, I may just make a vendor bid, of course, to guide you below selling instructions, but I suggest that if you do, if I do make a vendor bid like that, I encourage you to bid and bid regularly, and I wish you all the very best with that. Now, if you win today, you will sign your moniker on the memorandum of contract, thus to acknowledge receipt of all the REA guides, and we'll seal the deal in that way and form. So I take you to the legals now. Reese and Natalie's 658 square metre fee simple estate, comprising of what I like to call the 3 Fs: fixtures, fittings and features. Title reference CB volume 468, folio 62 on lot 5, deposited plan 11742, all contained in the Canterbury Land Registry. Chattels present as described, noting the eco-friendly pellet fire. You might just gain some cosy carbon credits. Sounds tremendous. Move-in day, 21st of May, all left and right by mutual agreement. I proffer up 211 Fairfield Terrace, Opawa. A calm, secure existence, a place to put down roots, folks. Simple, yet sophisticated, contemporary, yet radiating character. Inside, cottage charm, well, that meets a neutral canvas. Perfect backdrop to showcase all of that beautiful art on the wall. Remove framed windows, gold hinges, and ageless LED lights add a touch of timeless mystique. A quaint tongue-and-groove alcove provides extra space. Add to that the lush backdrop and the sun-drenched bench seat. Well, it's a truly novel place to get your teeth into that great book. There's 3 generous bedrooms, fully equipped bathrooms, secured garaging, and a work-from-home office, which is a welcomed addition. Well, I note, at an interesting point, the wildberry flower growing in the garden. I don't know if you picked that up, but apparently it promotes fertility. Could be just one of those potions that you need for your growing family. In fact, we have the same one in our garden at home where our 5 children play. Now, they say you need a little bit of luck. So I hope you spotted that horseshoe perched up high, or maybe that heart-shaped hedging that'll have you smitten. Positioned right next to Heathcote River, so good, making every stroll at night a ritual. Catch a wave at Sumner, then throw the board in the garage, grab the mountain bike up the hill. It's all at your footstep. New World parks and within walking distance, so too are schools and transport. Opawa offers a rare family-friendly community, an opulent, charming neighbourhood. You might say it's one out of the box. So folks, who's going to grab the chocolates?
Excuse me. I noticed that the title has a whopping big mortgage on it. How can I be sure that the price today
is sufficient to cover off what is owing, plus your mob's exorbitant fees?
Ah, great question. Is that 2 questions? Just one. Well, look, I welcome you today, and great question that is. Look, you can have trust in that because we're in a first world country, okay? So your solicitor will be able to handle that, their solicitor will be able to handle it. They won't go into the sale of vendors unless that they know that they can settle. So they'll set their reserve accordingly. Are you okay with that? You happy to open the bidding, sir? No? All right, lovely. Well, good luck to you.
Excuse me, Mr. Auctioneer. Look, I note the Heathcote River is over the road. Is this going to pose any risk to my property in heavy rainfall?
I haven't heard so. Have you had a little look into that and maybe read some council files? I haven't heard so. I see that it's down below. I see that this property here at 211 is up a little bit high. I'd have some confidence in that. And the fact that others are bidding here today, so they would have looked in it and they would be confident as well, sir. So hopefully you will be as well. Would you like to start me away? No. Maybe something in the 9s.
946, 964.
946, 964. Would you go to $1 million? No? 946, 964. Okay. At 946, 964 and $1 million maybe 50. I think. Sorry, and 50.
50.
And 946 and 996, 964. At 996, 964 with you now. Push me over $1 million now. 996, 964. First time. Second. Third. At 996, 964. Where do we go, folks? Would you go again, man? Maybe a 50. At 996, 964. Maybe a 25. Happy to work with you there. All right, we'll off end a bid and I'll move forward with $1,050,000 with me now. We settle in nice and neat there and I come back to you again.
1035.
1035. 1035. So you'd like me to retract? All right. Look, I'll do that. I'm happy to. I'm just trying to guide you. So 1035, so $1,035,000. We'll take your money. It's real. At 35 now, maybe put 35 on. Great, you just bet me to it, and at 70 we have. At $1,070,000 now, do you go 105?
Me too.
Sorry, I didn't miss that.
Me too.
Okay, and 105 down the back and the left, and welcome to your bidding. At 105, is it 40? Maybe with you, sir. At 105, first time, second now, at 1,105,000, third and final time, with you now at 1,105,000. Sir, for that river, at 105, you could walk with your partner along the river and bump her in if you want. At 105, sure thing. Would you go again, maybe a 35? At 1 million, okay, and we got the arm up here, so we're 105 here, and is that 35, sir? Yes, you got the arm up, so we'll take that, and so 1 and 140. At 140 now, is it 75 we land? At 1,140,000, first time, second, third. Yep, on the knot. So 1 and 140 and takes us through to 75 at 1 3/4. So down the back, and here we go, and 1 3/4, another 35. So 1 and 75 and takes us through to 2 and 10. At 210 now, got you there. Fairly better off it at 210. First time and second, yeah, and 210 and down the back with the 35, and that makes 45. At 1,245,000, you lead, sir. At 245, you come back in? Good, well done. And 245 and 80. At 280 with you now. 1.3 beckons, sir. Would you take it? At 280, yes, on the nod, and lovely done. So at 280 here, and we go through at 315. 1,315,000, you hold the lead, sir. At 315, do we go back again, sir?
These aren't working. What's your recommendation?
Well, at 1,315,000, 1.4, ma'am. At 315 here, maybe just double you up.
35.
Okay, we've been doing those at 1 and 315 here, but we'll go again if you like. And 15, so that's 40 and 50. Okay, so at 350 now. First time at 1,350,000. Second, third at 1, 3 and 50. You've got a one finger up. Is that a 35, sir? I'll take it. At 350, just a single. Okay, I'll take the single in 351. And 351 it is. Didn't get the clear eyebrows, but I got the finger. Know what that's like. At 351, first, second, third and final time. At 1,351,000, man, would you go again? Maybe just another 5. Well, at 351 here, sir, down the front, and we got the finger, 52. There we go. There's your competition, sir. At 1,352,000 and 353. At 353, sir, at the back, you go 354. At 353. First, second, third and final time. At 1,353,000. Sir, are you still with me for a single? At 353 here, ma'am. Well, folks, at 1,353,000, we sell it away at 353. Unless I see, and I just saw something better, at 353 and a half.
I'll give you 53 and a half.
353 the half, and you'll give me 53 the half? So 353 the half, at 353 the half, and you'll give me 53 the half. So 350, so that's 407. At 407 with you now, with your 53 the half. At 407, 1,407,000, I sell it here. Gentleman down in front. At 407 with the jaws, first, second and third. At 407, at the back, sir. 1,407,000, I sell it and I'm serious. Sir, with you, at 407, maybe for 5. At 407 here.
14.
Say again.
14.
14. So 407, and you want 14. So you're popping on a 7. Pop that on, no problem at all. Okay. And at 414 we have. Where do we go, folks?
Half.
1,414,000 and 500.
No.
Half at 1,414,000, and we go to 450.
Half the last bid.
Half the last bit. Okay, so 414 at 414, and you want 3.5. So 14 is 17 the half with you, sir. At 417 the half, sir.
I'll give you 14.
At 417 the half, and you want 14. So 417 the half. 417. 31 and 5 at 431 and 431 and 5. First time.
3.5.
At 431 the half and 431 the half and 3.5. So 431 the half and 435. At 435. Got you there at the back.
441.
At 435 at the back, and you're 1441. Okay, so 35 through to 41, so another 6 there. At 6 with 41 you lead. At 441.
Half.
At 441, okay, and you half the 6, so 441 and 444. 444, 1 million, 444, 000, got you there. At the back, you lead, sir. At 1,444,000, remember we've got the river, your partner, and the drink. Could be. It's worth another 5,000 at 1,444,000. Ma'am, do you want to get up the hills, get the surfboard out to Sumner? What about the lush garden at 1,444,000? I'm going to check it off now. Another 5,000, 201, 5201. Maybe here, 5201. He's not looking. We called it first, second, and third, and you list with Deb and you list with Josh, and it sells. Sold. Answer. 1,444,000. Congratulations to our new owner. Finally securing the treats. Our underbidders, well, think of what Jenny said about Forrest. Run, Forrest, run. Well, keep chasing that dream and chase that favourite home, and you'll get the nuggets some stage soon. My name's Andy Dye, and have a scrumptious evening.
Thank you. Yeah, that's excellent. What time do you get, Rosie? 11:50? $18 of you. It was an excellent start to our event. Some high quality calls and plenty of people on an incline. So I was wrapped with what happened. Thanks to my bidders today, all 5 of you, and to my 6 judges who've been diligently working away. We're going to go and meet now. We'll see anyone who's in the heat too, no later than 8 a.m. in the morning here. And if you're putting a whole lot of things at risk if you're not here by 8:01, I'll give you the tip. So make sure you get here early. There's plenty of breakfast joints around here. In fact, there's a cafe down there called Mensa. It's empty every morning. There's not a Kiwi that qualifies to get in there. It's amazing. I walk in there and say, how come there's no one here? Mate, you're the only one that qualifies.
What's the first thing on the menu? $9.46.
Yes, $9.46 is what it costs for the bacon. Anyway, look, thanks very much. Yeah, what do you want to tell us?
Thanks everybody for today. Day 1 done, fantastic. You've all been given your lanyards. I'd really like you to make sure that you have them here tomorrow. Tomorrow's a little bit of a different trip because we do have people working in the office and so there will be a lot more people around. So just be mindful of that. We won't be utilising this area here. You can still use the bathroom, but for the competitors, you're going to be going around out there, walking through people's offices where they are working. So just be mindful of that if you are.
So the lanyards get you everywhere.
Lanyards are really important for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
health and safety, put your lanyard on.
Can we still get changed and that sort of things?
Yes. Sarah will be looking after you, watching your agreement.
No.
In the bathrooms as well. How are we getting changed?
What's that? You want to sign up for the camera? Sign off. Right, see you in the morning. Yeah, brilliant. If you could be here at 8.